Welcome to Nutraceutis.com. Today we are going to talk about our article in the blog, how to prepare about different epidemics and pandemic. My name is Vincent Martinez, and this is going to be the different opinions. Okay, so we are in the article in English. Let me get this off. So we have different in this article we have different investigation and different opinions, but basically all these opinions and conclusions is just to explain what you can put in your in your mind and think about. Okay, that could be real, that could be not real. For me, you decide about this information. Just trying to explain different opinions. You can see here in the beginning what is a pandemic, what is the definition of epidemic and pandemic, so you can read. And that we are going to talk about one of the first things is about something happened in the different epidemics. We have the Spanish flu catastrophe, a great catastrophe with more than 30 million deaths worldwide. And that investigation about Spanish flu, just by the way, everything starts in armies in the United States, not in Spain. If you do your research, you will see. And this is exactly in the moment when there was a big electromagnetic change in the planet, because it was just going through all the different electric connection around the planet, because electricity was just coming. You can read about that in a very interesting book. It's talking about that. They call the invisible rainbow. I can show you here who was the person talk about that. His name is Arthur Robert Furstenberg. And also you can also try to find information about Thomas Cowan. This person, this doctor, explained perfectly in the last 10 minutes in the conference he gave in the subcommittee of Health and the Human Rights in Tucson, Arizona, this March, in 12th of March 2020. That what happened every single time we just jump in a new technological leap. For example, there was another one in the Second World when all the radars spread around the planet, and also it happened an epidemic in different areas. And then also in the article we explain about the last situation in China. Here you can see in the article when they just spread the 5G coverage in one, and there's another technological leap that exactly create that situation in the body, that electromagnetic change, that radiation, that waves. For example, in 5G is one of the things we can listen it from different scientists and different doctors and investigators. Is talking about that creating inside the body toxicity. That toxicity with that radiation create a poison inside, because when the cells have to fight to get that toxicity with that radiation, the result of that is waste, is virus, is different toxins in the body. You can call whatever you want, but that toxins, that dirty creation from the cells trying to detox, because that radiation, alright, the symptoms look like a flu. So this is one of the things we can see constantly happen in the last 120 years. And you can go through the different history. You can go to the World War II, when they established thousands of radar, and there was an epidemic. And you can go with different studies, like for example the study from Arthur Robert Firstenberg about the invisible rainbow, a history of electricity and life. Very interesting that every single time is a new technological leap. You can see that area or the whole planet that is with that radiation start to have that kind of symptoms. Now, for example, in the Spanish flu, they couldn't explain how it was possible. Remember, there was no flight, there was no planes going from America to Africa in 1980 or 1990, like regular. You used to go for weeks in a ship. So they couldn't explain how it was possible that the same people, the same symptoms, with different continents start at the same time. How was it possible to spread so fast, And Mr. Thomas Cowan explained that after that they tried to demonstrate with people and even with horses, getting people infected with that virus to see if they put that in that infection, that to put in another person that virus, and see if that person create the disease. Not even one person could, go through that experiment and get the disease. And the horse is the same. They put a specific thing in the head when the horse used to start to sneeze. They took that thing in the head and put it in a healthy horse to see if that new horse, healthy, create that's the symptom, because in the Spanish flu also the horses was through that flu. I don't know if I explained correctly, but basically not one horse again was infected. The ones not infected never go infected. So as you can see here, there is some specific pattern about electromagnetic fields. There is a specific situation about this technological change every single time. Now, another question is if you at the same time you are looking the news and the news tell you that everything is going really bad and thousands of people are dying, the fear is one of the more important questions. That we can see that the feeling of fear to die create a specific situation in the body. One of those is close your arteries and reduce your cellular nutrition and generate a significant reduction in your absorption of oxygen while you're breathing. When you are in fear, you can breathe your lung close. Another thing happens when you are in fear is your heart. Your heart are under specific pressure to reduce the beats because you are in fear. So now we have fear. We have a virus, maybe it's just a normal virus, but you put that virus with fear, and then you have this amazing electromagnetic change creating more and more toxicity in the body. Now imagine if you, after that also, you receive for example a specific medication, a vaccine or something like that, which is not really completely demonstrate, because when you do a vaccine you need years until that is working correctly. So there is a lot of indication you can see that the question is, what is going on, what is going on with all this combination? You have a lot of bad news, talking about this, you are in fear, you think, oh my god, but maybe you always have a normal flu, and you think it's something different. Somebody came to you and said, oh my god, we have done just a specific testing in your body, and you have some situation in your body, you are going to die in 3 months. And it's not true, but you think you are going to die in 3 months. Your body completely, your system is going to immune system is going to be depressed, your artery is going to be closing, your cellular nutrition is going to be generate a significant reduction of absorption in the body, and also the fear is, makes something in your lungs, like a, start to lead the continuous, feeling like you cough, and and create that specific situation like pneumonia. So what we have here is a specific situation, like create 3 different ingredients, and what you should do to, well, number one, stop looking the television, don't listen, because I think that people is not telling completely, they're trying just to put all the population really good in a situation like completely in fear. And so take a lot of minerals. It's important to take minerals to keep the body strong. Gut flora, intestinal flora is important to keep your second brain, which is your digestion system, to be strong in your immune system. Vitamin C, and I also like to take the triple alga, spirulina, chlorina, alpha, alga salt, because it's a very, very strong help your immune system to just be strong. And another thing to be really strong is think that you are completely ready to fight if you have any virus in the body, because your body is ready to fight. Because if you think you are not going to be strong enough, and you think you are going to die, the mental predisposition, the thought that you are going to be not able to handle that is also really important. Remember, the body is strong, but also the control of you in the body with your thoughts are also really important. So also think that you are completely strong to work with that. So minerals, alga salt, and nova flora, important in my opinion to keep. Vitamin C in order to be strong. And if you want, I'm going to put the link if you want to read the whole article, and also you can see information about Arthur Robert Furstenberg. You can find also Thomas Cowan, and basically now you can just think about what is your conclusion, what is your, you can check more investigation. You have also other people is just talking about this situation, like for example Dr. Let me check, this is a doctor, really interesting, I can't remember his name now. One second. Yeah, Dr. Rashid Buttar. He have a very good video with this person talking about many evidence that everything is not quite, working like it should be correct. I'm talking about the information for normal media. So basically, how you prepare for a pandemic flu is just take your minerals, take your intestinal flora, take your algae, do some exercise, keep your mind, don't look the TV, just keep your mind like everything is fine. Some people is going through the flu and in 1-2 days they handle completely. Many people is going through because the people is going through this normal flu or virus, they have another 3 or 4 complication already in the body, but the people is dying, and it's normal because a lot of people die every day with a normal flu or other different disease, but more important, not panicking, not think like like all this situation is being more than you to be able to overcome the situation and be in control. So basically, there was one philosopher called Ronald Harvard. He was talking about when it happened in London, the big pandemic in London, the Black Pest, I can't remember. He said that there was a lot of people dying with that pandemic in London, that epidemic, in the 16th or 17th century, I can't remember. I think it was in the 15th century. But he said, it's interesting that some people was walking around, all that people infected, and they never be infected. And I believe that people never infected because that people was not feeling any fear that they will take that disease. They will get the disease. No fear at all. So there is no precipitation in the body because you are strong in order to stop that. In your thoughts, you are completely, aware that you are strong and you are going to handle that. So that people just were walking around, all that people dying, and never take absolutely any symptom. So this this philosopher said, I believe it's because the people that it was no going through that strong suggestion that they have the fear to die or the fear that he is going to take that disease. Very interesting. Anyway, I hope you like this video. Also, I wish my English was enough to understand what I'm trying to say. And if you want to read the whole article, I'm going to put the link in the video so you can have a look. And basically, this is a video just to explain different opinions about it. And if you think different, it's fine for me. If you think there's another reasons, fine. But just trying to explain all the different opinion about the situation. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed this article if you read it. Thank you, and bye-bye.